Hello, we're going to work on lesson 98 today. Before you start, you want to make sure that you have read page 618 through page 621. Want to make sure that you look at the definitions for the shapes that we're going to be looking at today. If I go too fast, you're welcome to pause. In fact, today I recommend you pausing before I give you the answer for each question. See if you can guess or identify the correct shape that we're looking at. And problems A through D. The directions on page 621 say, in problems A through D, name the shape of the object listed. So A says basketball, and we have this little picture of a basketball here. And here is the shape that's in your textbook. If you can guess what it is, that'd be great. Before I give you the answer. This is a sphere. And so sphere is like a three-dimensional circle of sorts. All right, let's go ahead and go to B. Oops, I didn't write B here. It was an accident. We'll fix that real quick. That's B. All right, so this here is a shoebox. And here is an example of the shape that would be in the math book. If you can guess or identify what it is, that'd be great. Give you just a moment. This is a rectangular solid. All right, we're going to go ahead and go to C. C is a funnel. Here is an example of a funnel in nature. And here is a paper funnel. And this one here is flipped, but it is an example of what looks like in your book. If you can guess what it is, that'd be great. Or identify it. Give you just a moment. This is a cone. All right, we're going to go ahead and go to D. D is a soda can. Here's a couple pictures of some soda cans. Here's an example of what it would look like in the math book. I'll give you a moment to identify what this shape is. This is a cylinder. All right, we're going to go ahead and move on to E. All right, E says the figure at right over here, is the same shape as several Egyptian landmarks. And here's an example of an Egyptian landmark that's this shape. What is the shape? I'll give you a moment to think about it. This is a pyramid. All right, we have one more question today, and it is F. Let's go ahead and go over here and we'll select this picture here. I'm going to make a copy of it real quick so we can look at it on the next question. Put it over here to the right. There you go. All right, it says the cylinder in problem E has a square base. If you guys can see, the base down here is square. How many faces does the figure have? And when we're talking about faces, we're talking about the flat side. So here's a side. That's one. We'll write one down here. We'll switch colors. And then we've got one here. That's two. And then we've got one behind that we can't really see. It's right there. That's three. And then we have another one back behind. It's here. And that is four. And then we have this bottom face down here. and that is 5. All right, so we would write 5 faces. All right, we're going to go ahead and erase this stuff. All right, and we're going to go on to the next question, which is how many edges. Now the edges are the points where the faces meet. So they're these long lines here. So that's going to be one face, excuse me, one edge, and then we have one here, and that's 2 edges, and then we have one over here on this side, that is 3, and then we have another one back behind there, that one's 4, and then we have this one down here, that's 5, and then we have one back here, that's 6, and then there's one right there, that's 7, and I ran out of colors. Let's see here, let's go with yellow, and we have one right here, and that is 8. We'll go back to a dark color for our answer. All right, so we have 8 edges. Okay, and we'll go ahead and erase this work. All right, we have one more question. It's how many vertices. Now the vertices are where the edges meet, the corners. All right, so we're talking about how many corners, okay? So we have a corner here, that's 1. We have a corner back behind here, that's 2. We have another corner right here, that's 3. We have a corner up front here, that's 4. And we have one more corner, or vertex, right there. So if we're talking about one of these corners, it would be called a vertex. And we have multiple corners, it's vertices. So we ended up with 5 vertices. All right, that's a pretty quick lesson today. I'll draw you a circle here. Not a 3D shape, but it's fun. We'll make a full stick figure today. All right, have a wonderful day.